Oh man. Oh boy. Uh well, here is Legacy Evolution Blitzwing. Did I hear? Is there something where like you're not supposed to swear within the first 30 seconds of a YouTube video or something like that? How am I supposed to learn all these rules? Am I supposed to ask ChatGPT what the algorithm likes? Anyway, before I get going, let's take a look at him. Have I said enough how much I love this figure? I can't believe how good this thing looks. And I'm talking about looks alone. I mean, it feels amazing. Everything about this is amazing. This is the best Transformer that I own right now. Uh, whew. Yeah, 10 out of 10. I can't believe it. I like every time, every now and again, like sort of when I got that first Skywarp last year, a little bit of spark of something of my childhood reignited, and then yeah, that sound wave I was talking about did a little something more, and and they all start. Each of those steps caused me to start collecting more and more, and learn more and more, and get into it more and more. But yeah, this has done something. I can't. It is the so anyway. What I was starting to say was about how good this guy looks, and yeah, I talked about how yeah. So first of all, when I was young, Generation 3, not Generation 3, Season 3 of Generation 1, that was my jam. That was when I got into it after the movie. And I've talked about how I was disappointed in the movie toys as a child, and now as an adult, I'm having a re-disappointment. Just as I have like rediscovered these toys that I loved, I'm re-disappointed when I am reminded at what the movie toys looked at like because and you know what? I haven't really looked at an original Blitzwing, and I don't know if Blitzwing was a year three movie toy. I think it was year three. But anyway, someone showed me an original Blitzwing last night. I was on Discord. My friend Locke, what's up, Locke? Who I keep talking about, that we're gonna cover some Discord, some Transformers movies together. I'm also gonna make him get me some video of his original toys that he has, which includes that Blitzwing. So we'll take a look at it. Anyway, where was I? He comes with giant fists. Giant fists with two thumbs. They're kind of a cool accessory. They're a little big. I don't usually, on the shelf, he doesn't usually have these on. They're cool. They have sort of two modes, and you can probably do other stuff with them. You could probably just have someone hold the fist or stick the fist on probably some other figures, or probably stick this on as the afterburner when we get into jet mode. What was I saying about the movie toys? Didn't like them. Anyway, yeah, a big problem was that some of the toys in my childhood looked exactly like the characters on the TV, and some of them did not. It had a lot to do with where these designs came from. They came from different companies, different toy lines, blah, 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 blah. We'll talk about all that stuff. Anyway, aside from these giant fists that he's holding right now, this Blitzwing really looks like he did in the cartoon in season 3, which was my favorite. And it brings me joy, that mysterious thing that we can't define, that this series is really not about. I mean, I am mystified by this and why plastic robots are doing this to me, but I really don't understand collecting. Like, even like, man, as a kid, like I never really had the chance to collect. I was never in a position where I would have a lot of stuff. So like anyone that had a collection, I was always fascinated, but I was never really interested in like putting together like all my stuff on a shelf. Even like as an adult collecting video games, like I never really, and I even, man, when people stopped collecting things in physical media, I was all about it. I was like, fine. But there is something amazing, like seeing somebody's collection room and seeing all the crap they've collected, right? It does spark some kind of jealousy. And guess what? Now, my midlife crisis is I'm going to start collecting something, and it's something I always loved, and it's these guys. So robot form is amazing. All right, so most of the transformations involve this backpack carapace kind of we'll get this out of the way first. And let's do tank first, for whatever reason. This is really great. Yeah, I don't really go over articulation and stuff. I'm interested in how they transform. Most of the legacy guys, at least, I can't speak to other lines, I guess, but have these ankle things, which again, I'm going to do a whole video about all the features that in general of the modern toys that I love. And one of them is these ankle joints because helps them stand, and that's great. But anyway, this, I like that nothing looks hollow on this, and there is a hollow part where his fist goes away, but we've got this little sliding thing for no other reason than to make the figure look solid. I really appreciate it. Oh, is that fist? I did something weird with, oh, the fist is in sideways giant fist holding mode. So yeah, with the fist in, oh yeah, so then with the fist in, that panel slides around. Really clever engineering. I really appreciate the unsung heroes that design these things. Pops open. The head sculpt, God, the head sculpt is insane. Like, I love the paint application. I love how shiny it is. I love how much it reminds me of fucking 1989. That was probably a little late. I probably didn't mean exactly. Probably, yeah, maybe 97, 98. Is that when I was watching this show? I did have, like, there was like a reoccurrence, maybe in 1989. Remember, they put it out again. They put out the movie followed by season 3. Maybe not, maybe only just that later portion of G1. And they had these weird, like, intercut things with, like, a CG, was it like a CGI Optimus Prime? Anyone know what I'm talking about? It started with showing the movie in episodes, and then it went right into season 3. And I watched that on Saturday mornings, maybe in 1989. But that was the second time I had watched season 3. Boy, it was a treat. You didn't always get to watch a TV show twice back in the day. Not during one childhood. So you open up the wings every time, at least between robot and either vehicle mode. Because, and it's easier, I have found, to have this snapped together into one piece. Everything interlocks together and is very good. These joints are very tight, these two little panels back here, which is good, but it can be a little bit annoying. But if you snap this together, I find it's a little better to get this folded back in. They just pop out like that, and then they do one of these. I don't know if there are terms for all these kinds of joints, and because you see that kind of joint. Maybe not that exact thing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what kind of things I'm still learning. We'll see what I learn, I guess. Okay. So anyway, you pop those back in, and then you still have to pop it apart. But yeah, when I made that first story about this guy, one of the things I said was how great, how connected every part of it is, and seriously, every part tabs in correctly. Nothing is flimsy or hanging. Like, all of the complaints I've had about so many other figures are just absent. Like, everything just pops and snaps together. Everything has tabs. I appreciate this guy so much. Really, really solid and good. So there's the chassis of both vehicle modes, basically. I popped these apart. This is another really tight joint, which is, you know, it can be a little bit annoying, but it's good that it's tight. I really like and appreciate it, and that it pops in really nicely. You hear that snap when it's in tank mode, and then, actually, no, that would be for robot mode. And then we open these up for tank mode, which is what we're doing. Happy Saturday morning, by the way. I got up and I had done that other video last night, and I was kind of behind on my schedule for videos and stuff I'm doing this week, and I was like, well, before I get to work today, why don't we transform Blitzwing? Because I love to do it. I can't, yeah, why? Why do I like this so much? Why do I love transforming these robots? Why do I love collecting? Who cares? Well, you know, we're going to keep coming back to that because I've never really understood why I get what I get out of the things I get it out of, but I do know what I like right now. Man, I was like, what the fuck is happening that's incorrect? It's that. Okay. But yeah, that just snaps together and we will have our tank mode. And yeah, everything just snaps in and holds together. Oh, and in robot mode, this is down. Okay. In robot mode, he, in the cartoon sometimes you would see him, it's too bad I didn't do this in robot mode, but in the cartoon, he would have the turret kind of poking up behind him like an antenna. And you can do that. If you like, because the turret hides, I had it hidden. when he was in robot mode, but you can pop it out behind him by having it out of the tank turret. And that's a good looking tank. God damn it, am I allowed to swear yet? I just love how every mode looks. This is incredible. This is the best Transformers toy that I have. Have I said that 4 or 5 times so far? I'm also going to try and edit out any like sniffling I'm doing, but excuse me if you hear me doing that. Everyone has had a cold since it's February. Everyone just has a cold in February. Everyone's just been sick since the holidays, you know. Been a good one. Has anyone in my family had COVID since the holidays? I don't think so, but a bunch of people had a flu and some nasty stuff going around. A particularly nasty February we're having, so... Again, we'll lift the whole backpack structure mechanism off of him. And so for jet mode, obviously, we will need to get those wings back out. Oh, I didn't even... Wait. We have to put him back into tank mode. I should probably show you... losing my voice also. Hooray. Really, hooray for February. So we're going to take the fist and put it inside the enclosure. Tabs right in on the top there. And so then on the tank, which side is this? We could use it as some missile packs. Pretty good. I'm not crazy about the big fists. They look neat. It's funny to put them on him. I don't usually, like I said, I don't really display him with them on. But, you know, as missile packs on the tank, cool little extra thingy for the tank. And, yeah, as I was going to jet form, I remembered I was going to say something about how you can put these on the jet. And so, yeah, let's do that then. Let's get back to where I was going in the first place. So we're opening it up and popping this assembly off. We can fold those back up. They fold up in every mode that's not the tank. And this, when we untab it, we'll tab back in here when it was all folded up tight. This is going to be the undercarriage of the tank. Not the tank, the plane. All the tank parts become the undercarriage and landing gear, kind of. Oh man, is that? Yeah. What am I doing here? There we go. Nice. But very nice, man. Like hard, satisfying clicks. If you saw my last video, you know that one of the tabs was a little bit deformed when I got this guy, and I forgive him. like everything else is so good, and when I was transforming this guy after that first, it was like the first joint I transformed, and the tab was fucked up, and every other part of the transformation, I was like, oh God, don't be fucked up, but everything else was perfect, and this thing is perfect and amazing. All right, so we got all that shit, all the backpack shit off. We got to get some wings out of here. Yeah, and so you can... Well, we'll get to this when we get to it, I guess. Because you can unfold one of those to have the fists on. We'll show you. I'll show you. We'll see. Are these supposed to be on top here? Yeah. Those are the little tail fins here. All right, some wings. Now we've got a nose code, and I always, oh, I don't need to open that, I don't think. I have to use a tool. I always think about those guys on Star Trek that have a tool that they use to dispatch the animals they consume. It was a very interesting animal. All right. So, wings go together. Arms come back in just incredible design and engineering. All of this is so good. Squeeze that in. That tab doesn't click that great, but squeeze it, gets into place. Pop this back into place. Oh, what's happening over here? Okay, and then pretty good jet almost. I mean, I love the way the jet looks. We'll talk about it. But the purple, the Decepticon purple, all of the logos, so this is so good. I'm having a blast, and I don't understand it. really cool tactile. And it really and the nostalgia thing is just knocking my socks off with this guy. But look how many places this all just tabs together so well. It all just slides into place. It's really good. Does this kind of, do I want to have it like this for the jet mode? I think so. Okay, so there we go. Oh, wait, there's one more thing. I forgot to do this, not only on the story that I posted and the short here on YouTube, but I took photos for this guy on Instagram, and I left those flaps back because I always forget about them, but they tie it together. Incredible, right? Like, what a good looking Decepticon jet. The 3 logos right there looking shiny and beautiful, like amazing. Tank and crap are kind of hanging out there, but it kind of looks like landing gear and, you know, whatever, stuff for it to sit on, which is, this is pretty good. So, yeah, so that's Blitzwing. So let's take a look at the fists in jet mode. That will be the last thing. You can pop the bottoms of these thrusters down like that, and there's those, my favorite 5mm. Those wouldn't be pegs. What do we call those? Slots? Ports. All right, so let's get it. So now the laser fists are going to look like big afterburning fire, things that shoot out of jet planes. Chemtrails. All right, so we've got fists. We've got like this? No, not like that. Like this. Yes. Ass. And there we go. Yes. So then we have a big, long jet. Wow, I can barely I ordered a new light box. I ordered a 16-inch one. I mean, this guy is big to be in here, for me to be showing you in here. But yeah, so why don't we just take him out for a minute? Boy, are the lights on in this room? Yeah, not as bright out here, huh? But anyway, yeah, so what I was saying is I guess you could do it. I just had this idea for the first time. This might not look as good. I mean, it won't. I do actually like the big extra purple section. But like I said, because these are modular, you could, if you didn't want to be that ostentatious, but you still wanted some jet fiery effects. Oh, they won't fit right next to each other though. Oh, maybe you have to do it like this. Yeah, so if you want to do that, you could have just the effects shooting out the back of it. Boy, man, Blitzwing is great. What am I going to talk about next? I don't know. I got a lot of dudes. Okay, here are all the guys. I will be talking about all of them. You can like and subscribe or whatever, and also go to cuyadk.tv, cuyadk.tv. And you can get links there to follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky and come talk to me on Discord. Thank you, and yeah.